But how are fundamentals stacked right now? Sandeep Shah joins in from Sampriti Capital to talk about that. Morning, Sandeep. It's been a terrific fortnight for the market, but where from here, you think?
Well, within the last time I was on this show about a month back, I had mentioned that the upside was the market was about 5600 plus, and I'd also mentioned that the market had just corrected from 5605, which was actually the top, and then I'd also mentioned that the downside for the market was between 5000 to 5200 in the short term, and I think we bounced back from 5195. But I think just to put things in perspective, it was interesting because the next question I was asked then was that don't you think the market can sell off below 5000? And I said yes, it can, but in the first stage I think it's just going to go to 5000 to 5200. The reason I'm mentioning this is because this is to give you a sense of the kind of bearish sentiment that has been prevailing. Of course, the consensus has been bearish, and the market has of course been in a bearish groove as well. But it is when the sentiment is so bearish, when most people have sold, that a little bit of liquidity, a little bit of positive news like the low crude prices which we had around 5200 were actually responsible for this rally. Having said that, crude prices have of course bounced back a little bit, and the last time we bounced back from this 5200 odd level and we went all the way up to 5900, it was again crude which played the spoil sport. Crude went up and then finally we did correct. So having said that, if you look at the environment around us, last quarterly results, we had a flat earnings for the Sensex. If things work out in our favor, we might see some very mild positive growth for Sensex earnings. If you look at clearly, the investment themes have been underperforming or doing badly in the economy for maybe almost a couple of years now, whether it's capital goods, infra. We have seen that this slowdown has also affected even the so-called consumption cyclicals like autos, and in this quarter we'll of course see that affect earnings as well. We would still perhaps be better sellers on rallies.
Sandeep, morning. So what would that make your prognosis for right now? Would you be a seller at 5700, or do you think the market could do a bit more and then it's a good time to exit?
Yeah, I think, given the fact that we continue to see buying in the cash market from FIIs, I think a significant portion of this again is likely to be ETF money. You don't want to actually come and, stop the sheer momentum. But yes, I think the time has already come, because what is likely is that, as we all know that, the first half of the results season, the market tends to be steady to actually rally a little bit. But, as we get into the second half of earnings season, the market often tends to correct because of the disappointments that happen. So I don't see any reason why this time the script would be substantially different. So we would look to sell into the rallies. Rallies, of course, also been a sort of a relief rally because of Greece. But even last time I had mentioned, the real game now in Euroland is who's going to be next and who needs how many bailouts. That's really the game. And we, of course, have, Portugal coming fairly close there. So, the script, we will see it going back and forth. So, again, when the negative news builds up, again, the risk appetite will come off. So, that's really how I see things panning out.
In the next 3 months, do you see the possibility of the Nifty going back to those 5300 levels again?
I think that if the government disappoints on policy measures, if the monsoon gods don't, monsoons are maybe slightly below normal, even if they're slightly below normal, I think there is still a fairly strong risk that, and if interest rates go up by at least 50 bips, if it's just a 25 bips interest is not 8 and inflation is still not coming under control, then I think that risk remains of a sell-off below 5000.